Hello everyone, I am Professor Mallikarjun Aute. In today's lecture, we will be solving problem number 2 on longitudinal strain, lateral strain and Poisson's ratio. In my last lecture, we have solved the problem number 1. Now we will read the problem statement. Determine the change in length, breadth and depth of a steel bar which is 4 meter long, having 30 mm breadth and 2 mm depth is subjected to an axial pull of 30 kN in the direction of its length. Take Young's modulus is equal to 200 gigapascal and Poisson's ratio is equal to 0.3. Right? So here what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to find out the change in length, that is delta L, change in breadth, that is delta B, and change in depth, that is delta D of a steel bar, and the dimensions are given here. So I will just write down the given content first. See here, the dimensions of the block has been given, or dimension of a steel bar has been given. It is having a length of 4 meter. So L is equal to 4 meter, that is equal to 4000 millimeter. Again, the breadth is given. B is the breadth, which is having dimension of 30 mm. Depth is given, which is 2 mm. And this has been subjected to an axial pull force, okay, of 30 kilonewton. So 30 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. I have converted the kilonewton into the Newton. And the Young's modulus is given. Young's modulus is given as 200 gigapascal. And we can convert this gigapascal into Newton per mm square by multiplying this value by 10 raised to 3. So it will become 200 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square, and Poisson's ratio is given, which is equal to 0.3. Now based on this, I should calculate the parameters like this. First one, I should calculate, see here, change in length means delta L we have to calculate. Then second objective is to find out change in breadth, and third one is change in depth, means delta B, that is change in breadth, and third one is change in depth I have to calculate. So these are the three objectives which we have to calculate. So we will start with the solution to the problem. So first of all, I will start with finding out the value of delta L. Okay, so this is the value which I am supposed to calculate. Okay, then what is the given content with us? Length, breadth, depth, again force, Young's modulus and Poisson's ratio. So dear students, to find out the value for delta L, okay, so there is one equation by which we can find out the value of delta L, and that equation is nothing but delta L is equal to PL upon AE. That equation I can use here. I can write like this: delta L is equal to PL upon AE. Then what is the value for P? P is nothing but the force, which is given as, you can see here, 30 kilonewton, means 30 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, into length. Length is equal to 4000 millimeters. See here, this is the value of P, this is the value of length, divided by the area. Now what is the area? Area will be the product of breadth into the depth. So I can write here B into D. So it is equal to 30 into 2. So I will be getting the value for area as 60 mm square. So this is the value as 60, and E is equal to 200 into 10 raised to 3. So I am getting the value for delta L as 10 millimeters. So this is our first objective, and we have done with this. We got the value for what? Delta L now, which is equal to 10 millimeter. Now after finding out the value for delta L, the next thing is we have to find out delta B. Okay, means change in breadth I have to calculate. And generally this term we can calculate in the lateral strain, but we are not knowing the lateral strain. Okay, because you can see here E lat means what? Lateral strain. That is nothing but the ratio of change in breadth to its original breadth. Okay, but I am not knowing the lateral strain, but we are knowing the Poisson's ratio. Okay, So I will just write down the equation of Poisson's ratio. That is, Poisson's ratio mu is equal to, it is the ratio of lateral strain to the linear strain or longitudinal strain. Okay. So see here, I am writing again same, mu is equal to lateral strain divided by linear strain. Right. We are knowing the value of mu, but I am not knowing the lateral strain, and also I am not knowing the value of linear strain. So what I will do is, I will first calculate the value of linear strain. So I will start like this. So what is linear strain? E linear, that is nothing but the ratio of change in length to its original length. So what is change in length? Just now we have calculated here the change in length. You can see here it is equal to 10 millimeters. So change in length is equal to 10 millimeters divided by the original length. And in the given statement you can see the original length is 400 mm. Okay. And once we'll solve this, we will be getting the value for linear strain as the value is equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, or one more value you will be getting like this. The meaning is same. It should be either 2.5 into 10 raised to 3. Okay. Or 0.025. So this is the value for linear strain we got now. So I am knowing mu now. I am knowing the linear strain. So I can calculate the value for lateral strain. Right. So now I will be using that. Mu is equal to E lateral divided by E linear. What is the value of mu? See here, the value of mu is given as 0.3. So I can write it like this. 0.3 is equal to lateral strain or E lat divided by E linear, and E linear is, you can see here, 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, and from this you will be getting the value for 2.5. From this you will be getting the value for lateral strain, and the value for lateral strain you will be getting it as 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. Okay, so this value we got for what? Lateral strain. Now after getting the value for lateral strain, simply I can calculate here our objective, second objective, that is delta B. I can calculate now. See here, E lateral is equal to delta B divided by B. Okay, and what is the value for E lateral? This is the value, that is nothing but I can write here 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 is equal to delta B divided by B, and we are knowing that the breadth is 30 millimeters. You can see here the breadth is given as 30 millimeters. And after calculating this, I will be getting the value for delta B as 0.0225 millimeters. Okay, this is the value for delta B I got. And the third objective was, we have to calculate the value for delta D. Delta B we have done. We will calculate delta D, that is nothing but change in depth. Okay, so again, E lateral or lateral strain is also the ratio of change in depth to its original depth. So what is lateral strain? We are already having the value here. You can see that is 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. So 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 divided by delta D. We have to calculate, divide by D. D is nothing but original depth, and you can see original depth is equal to 2 mm. It is equal to 2. So 2 I am writing it at the denominator, and after this calculation I will be getting the value for change in depth is equal to 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 millimeters. So this is the value for what? This is the value for change in depth. So here, depending upon the given input, we have calculated delta L, delta B, and delta D. Means we have calculated the change in length, change in breadth and change in depth of the object. Thank you.